guys, to everyone. I'm Ada from Poison Rock, and today I have the pleasure to have with me Magnus and Jon from Gåte. First of all, the easiest question, I think, how are you?
We are very fine indeed. We're in two different cities in Norway, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm in
Yes.
south in Tønsberg, and Magnus is in Trondheim, in the middle of Norway.
Okay. So it's like, so how does you, so, because of course, before starting to talk about the last single that is really beautiful, the Sannsiger is really beautiful.
Thank you.
And also a little bit about, the last album, and because this single is kind of saying that it's going to be an upcoming album this next autumn. I think just to at least to get to know to the audience of Poison Rock a little bit of let's say music journey that both of you had. So I don't want to start first, like your musical journey, like and how with that you started in Gåte. So
How the whole of Gåte started, really?
yeah, but also as a personal musical journey, like your Magnus and yours, Jon.
Okay, perfect. We could start quickly with me then, because me and Gunnhild are like the remaining founding members from when we started in 2000, really. So we became very popular in Norway with our mix of folk music, rock and techno in the 2000s. But we were kids back then. Gunnhild, she was like 13, I was 16 when we started. So in 2005, we were all like this.
Yeah.
Gunnhild was like, "Hey, I want my youth back." So she quit the band, and then another 12 years went by, and then we were just like, "Hey, should we try this again?" And we did, and so we released, got back together in 2017, and really got to play some big shows and toured quite a lot in Norway. And then, of course, again, the question arose: should we try to go on to Europe again? Because we played a little bit in 2005, but some in Germany, and then we said like, okay, let's do that. And then suddenly we won the Melodi Grand Prix, the Eurovision in Norway. So we did the Eurovision thing, and then the ball started rolling really with the audience in Europe. And yeah, and it's been, I mean, we had Jon Stenersen from Varduna. He was playing nyckelharpa with us then, and then I also know Maria Franz, the singer in Heilung. So all these friends started it started to make sense to collaborate more with those guys and reach out to their audience. And so here we are. We've signed with Season of Mist, which we are really happy with. And when we did this, and so we're really eager to get out to the audience out there that we know really appreciates and loves the whole folklore culture of the North.
Yeah. And now we go back to you, Jon.
Yep.
Yeah. Me and Mats, the bass player, we started in 2017 when the reunion was up. I was actually a Gåte fan before when I was a kid, like 12 years old. I was on 13 Gåte concerts or something before I was 15.
Yeah, I remember him standing in the front being like 12 years old, and his dad would fix that he could come in even though he was too young. I remember his face was like watching our drummer, like learning. And yeah.
So that was quite big to be asked by the previous manager to join the band in 2017, and I of course said yes. And that was the big reunion. We did a lot of big festivals in 2018 and released an EP and an album, and a lot of stuff was happening at the same time, so it was really fun to join. And now it's really liberating to go out from Norway and out to the European scene. And I don't know, I feel like I maybe we all listen to different kind of music, but now we're on a good sweet spot between the folk stuff and the metal stuff, and we played like Copenhagen and some big metal festivals. But we also play folk fest. We're playing Castlefest this year.
Yeah, so I saw that the bill. It's beautiful, the bill this year at Castlefest.
Yeah, so we it's so liberating to like try out different stuff because we're both doing metal and folk in Gåte. It's a blend, so yeah.
Yeah. So it's more like the rock. Let's say it's more likely blending the metal subgenres or some, let's say, the alternative metal and the folk.
Yeah. And the thing with us, so I guess we are not the typical, like, Viking metal kind of band.
But
No.
not even the typical folk
No.
band, let's say.
No.
That's
So
yeah. That's a yeah.
No, what you were saying?
But I remember seeing like also that because I think also you're playing correct me if I'm wrong, because I think I remember to see the in Oslo this past summer something about you playing in June in Oslo. It's possible?
Yeah,
Yeah.
playing this tune with Vardruna and
Vardruna,
Marboina.
I remember seeing that. I remember seeing that.
Yeah,
Flyer
cool.
poster. Yeah, and that's why I memorized the name. So that's why when I researched, like I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was it's a acoustic concert, so that would be really cool to play.
Yeah.
Together with Vardruna.
Yeah, of course. Because of course it's how these things gonna blend to the metal fan and the folk fan, because folk fan are a lot of let's say there's a lot and really devoted, I may say.
Yeah.
And but of course, like if someone for the first time is showing up today, like for example me, and I want to really, would you like them to feel, as your music before even, understand about your music?
Come again. What was the question again? You said
if someone, like for example me, myself, let's say that I'm coming for the first time to hear about your music, what you would like to understand, like to feel someone before understand your music?
Well, well, that would be, of course, completely up to them. But what we do, and I would say in particular, what Gunnhild does, she has this. I still feel that it's actually sometimes true magic that she would actually sing, and sometimes she would just channel these enormous. I don't know what you could call them. It's just something really timeless, something powerful, something ancient, something that just binds. Something that connects way beyond the words she is singing.
Yeah.
And that is truly it. I feel that we're really about an experience that is beyond both our lyrics and our genre. So so
no, it's completely understandable. And also like especially this last song, like because we're gonna go through them in a moment to speak about Sannsiger, but the first the last album released, it was still kind of having a look into the folklore of, let's say, the northern folklore. How was for you, like in general, that this is maybe more lyric wise, but I say in general as a band, as a project. I don't want to call it band, because band is mainly a project, blending the folklore in the songs, the instrument, and also with the rock. I think this is a question that almost anyone asked you.
We have released many versions of like authentic medieval ballads, authentic stories, myths. We always try to find these. If it's like mythological concepts, like if it's like trolls or Nøkken or Oskorsreia, we have, but also these. There are the stories that have survived orally, like they haven't been written down, but they have been sung, they have been told around the campfires, and those stories over time they reach a stage of refinement where they really carry something profound that we humans need to share with each other. So there's like a deeper wisdom in them, and so we are very, very true to that. So when we take an old mythological concept or a lyric. We really want to make sure that that wisdom, that invisible magic that is carried through the words, is still being channeled, even though we have synthesizers and guitars and all that. And in later years, we have also and in the new album, we write the songs more and more ourselves. Always write our own lyrics as well. But then being very true to, just a way of developing our songwriting, really. And then it could just really be one sound, or just a little riff on the fiddle, or just like and you would feel something, and would just like unwrap or some lyrics or a sound. It's always like this with the creative processes. It's all about being open, that the process can be different anytime, but it's important that we feel something, because if we feel something, there's a higher chance that
we can feel it, the listener can feel it.
Listener can feel it. And there are songs that we think is really good, and everything is good, it's all there, but if you don't feel it, we have to be really brutal with ourselves, and okay, maybe this song is not for the album, really. So then it goes out.
But so with the Sannsiger is changing something, then I don't want to say it's like a turning point song over album, but is something is shifting, changing in a Gåte, let's say, journey?
Yeah, you can hear it on the sound some way. We're stepping a little bit towards the more modern sound, and that's because we have a producer, a fantastic producer then, that's name's Christian Tvedt. And he works with both like black metal to pop music, everything. So he was the perfect guy for us. So you can hear it on the sound, and we step a bit more further on the Sannsiger is like there's no guitars and drums like regular drums, so it's quite electronic sound with loops and stuff.
And then it's just like based on that nyckelharpa melody, and of course Maria from Heilung, she joined in and just turned it more into sort of the more ritualistic vibe of it.
So let's say this is a kind of an opening then. So because of course the album is still early to talk about. It's going to be in autumn, as far as I read. Like let's say from September, October-ish, what I understood.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that after the release of Sannsiger, there are going to be other song released towards the summer.
Yeah, we will release several singles before the album.
Okay, so literally gonna into everyone's house to hear, like, so because this is a good way to just, I don't want to say come back, but I think the fact that these because I think I've been listening to this music for 7-8 years, and now I'm seeing just more and more like this is part kind of my daily life. What I do, and I also use, for example, in my profession as a naturopath, I do the shamanic drum. Sometimes the client asks me to play some nyckelharpa while they're meditating. So this works. And I think also there are people that even ask me to more modern music to listen in a meditation, for example, because they're modern maybe by the, I don't know, tastes of people are different. We have different way to find our inner peace. So for example, Gåte sound, the new sound, I don't want to say the new sound, but this new upcoming releases gonna be also helpful, like could be used like as a ritual itself, because live, I think you are as well also ritual based.
We are absolutely on this album exploring the more ritual and more like transcending aspects of the folklore that we play. And so we have actually there's a storyline of the whole album, really, with it's just starting I should not say too much about it, but I mean, there is a storyline through the whole album about the soul of the earth leaving and taking its last sighs. There's a wind from the north, a gust from the south, a wave from the east, something from the west, and it's just like the last breath of Gaia, or Mother Earth, and she's leaving, and now the earth is it's up to the humans now to take care of it, and it's not looking too good right now, but I mean, it's just like she can't take it anymore, she's leaving. So that is the underlying theme of the much of the album,
which is really helpful, since the time being we're living, about the world not caring about the earth. So I must say that it's that nature plays a lot in the soul of Gåte.
Very, it is without, I mean, I'm actually going on my way into the woods right now as we're talking, and with,
I mean,
because the nature of Norway is it's really special, and the folk music really conveys that, and that spirituality. I think there's something there that is
I think that in nature that I noticed in Norway last summer was that I do it from Oslo up to the Jotun with a van. I noticed how much was changing because here we have, for example, trees above 1,000 meters. There was nothing except lakes and some small plant, and also the flowers are different. Everything was to me left mind-blowing, because I'm used to see gigantic trees in Sicily, because I'm from Sicily, towards everywhere. But there was it was beautiful falling asleep close to a stream and waking up near to the stream, at least in peace, with people bothering you like here in Sicily. So at least I also understand why there's that type of nature, like how you embrace and take care of Mother Earth itself, and incorporate it with, I don't know, who with spirituality, who with respect, also with music. It's something that in a lot of places of Western world is lacking. So I think one of the most and easiest way to do it is throughout music, and of course, like just also to give because I think there are band people, or even me, that I never got the chance to see Gåte performing live. And since that there is the upcoming Fest or other live shows, because I saw that you guys have a couple of live shows in Oslo, the Stavanger, and there is also Oslo, Drammen, Trondheim. I mean, there's a little bit of different live shows in Oslo. What
we're starting off. We're starting off with the Norwegian tour first, as we are still in planning on how if we should go on a headline tour in Europe, or if we should do, because we did a special guest tour with Lepers last year. So we're still in the planning stages on how we will of course come to Europe as well, but we're looking more springtime 2027 and festivals 2027.
And what we can what people can expect from a live show of Gåte?
It's a lot of energy, of course, and we're quite it's a big range of feelings. We're playing the hard song is really hard, and beautiful song is really beautiful and low key, and it's I don't know, it's like a theater, or it's a show with you can't go from a Gåte show without caring, it's not boring. It's we're giving it all every night. So
you can sorry.
No, I was just saying it's an energy thing, really, and it's we don't I mean, a lot of big bands, they would have a super smooth production and everything going on a click track and stuff like that, but we can have that, but we also have moments of just where things are really brittle, it could almost not go. It's like it's really we're taking chances, and if you put auto tune on Gunnhild's voice, it sounds horrible because she sings. She uses like she has like all these micro tonalities, and the way she is phrasing is so human, and human auto-tune is not human, right? So
exactly.
I mean, it's and especially live, hearing notes that are sort of like technically out of tune are the notes that can really resonate with you, because I mean, we are all, humans are not perfect. We are all out of tune in our own quirky ways. So just hearing music that is so powerful and also just owning its own, fluctuations in pitch and the rhythm, and it can go up and down in speed, and just really owning that. I feel that creates a connection with the audience that is quite special.
Yeah. And of course, like also especially just for also to bring you like more in Europe, what people can do to support Gåte, aside of just the I don't know, for going to the actual live shows, or just maybe buying the older album, what they can actually do, like for example, in a practical way.
They can tell their friends to also come to the show.
I mean, this is I think also with the Apple, the season of mist, also with your own music, because as I've been said from, like I told you before, you are kind of the pioneer in this whole that started that this, I don't want to say genre, but what that started this beautiful I don't want to say movement, but almost sound, that changed a lot in the music scene for real. So you kind of been there, the pioneer.
Yeah. So Thank you for saying that.
I wasn't saying me. I have to give credit to Shal Broughton. Was him to saying that. I just reporting his words. But this actually is true. So that I think with these albums gonna be, especially with the youngest generation getting closer to other band, they're gonna be closer also to Gåte, and maybe and I also, to me, I like the blend of two genres, because you can have people banging at your live show and people just staying there with their eyes closed and dreaming, whatever.
Yes. And absolutely. And I mean, the way on the last tour, when we toured with Lepers, which is of course the more progressive, emotional, progressive metal, that I mean, the audience there, I mean, there were people crying every night, and we got some fans there that really, really latched onto us and really is loyal, and it just so those who really connects and feels it at the live concert, we are pretty sure they will come back, and we want to meet them again, and we want to share that space. And I mean, I have to say, the Norway, it's a small country, and the concert culture in mainland Europe is so good. The audience is so they really come and they listen to our music. So I can't wait to get to play more shows now. So we cannot.
I think Castlefest is going to be a good also way to just grab all the people from different genre, because that's the blend all the genre together.
We're really looking forward to that one.
And I might be there too. I don't know. I'm still deciding, because I said all the time I'm gonna go to Midgårdsblot, and I can't. I'm gonna go. So this time I'm opting for. So many friends are playing there. So Vulo, another great artist, playing there too, and I'm looking forward to be there and seeing also you guys playing there, because as I said, that's and many also in Italy. Italy is waking up a lot about. I mean, at least love this kind of blending of these two cultures, because you're gonna have the metal scene, the rock, mainly also the alternative rock, which is a lot in Italy, and the folk. Who knows? I mean, for the time being, I'm just looking forward to hear the other releases. There's some releases that you can, of course, that you can say of the new single at least.
Yeah, we can't say exactly the dates, but we
Okay.
can say it is releasing the next song is going to be. I'm so looking forward to release that one.
Yes.
It's going to be so fun to show what we got,
Okay.
and that's yeah. And it's kind of it's the same direction, of course, as Sannsiger, but it's also quite different. So yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, it is. I would say it's that's gonna please the more the metal harder crowd,
yeah,
because then the
Okay.
guitars are back on again on that song. So
yeah.
and we
I went through with a metalcore demo, so I'm really happy with it.
So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm looking forward for this, and also like when the album is gonna be close to the release, I would love to do another interview if we didn't met already at Castle Fest. So, but when the album is gonna be ready, I would really love
Yeah.
another interview to just just have a like deconstruct the album. That's the
Yeah,
one,
that's cool.
of course.
Really cool.
And the world is small again, and it was really a pleasure meeting you, both of you. Send my greetings to Gunnhild and to all of
Yeah.
the people in Gåte. And was really
Yes.
a pleasure.
Really great talking to you, and
Thank
you for being interested and asking.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Thank you.
It might be the first of many interviews. Thank
Nice.
you so much. I wish you a beautiful walk in the forest and rest of the day.
Thank you.
All
right.
Bye.
Talk.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.